What's going on, YouTube people? Smokey here again. It's been a while since I've done a topic video. I'm going to get right onto this one. I saw a picture that brought my attention to this, and I just had to talk about it because it is so true with today's teens. It's not even really funny at all. Okay, so the caption is of Willy Wonka doing like this kind of smile, and on top it says, "Oh, you're going back to your ex, even though you guys broke it up 10 times before." On the bottom it says, "I wish you two the best of luck. I hope it's going to work out this time." And I saw that, and it's not really worth it to go back to an ex. Depends on what. Like, okay, I'm not gonna say it like just automatically don't go back with them. At certain circumstances, believe me, certain circumstances have to be in this where it depends on how the person treated you. If he or she treated you like crap and you decided to still go back to that same person, don't do that to yourself. Don't put yourself in that situation where you know they're probably going to do the same thing to you again, just a different way. Don't do it. Just move on to someone else. Believe me, there's always someone out there for you. It's just not really worth it going back to an ex that you know is going to probably do the same stuff to you again, And I'm sorry to say this, guys, but we're mostly sometimes the cause of it because we always like to find another girl when we're with a girl, And I really hate guys like that are players. That's why That's why I don't want to be like one. Is because I don't want to I don't want to be juggling both of them at the same time. I don't want to be handling with one girl and then handling another one. It's better just to stick with one. Because believe me, guys, let me tell you this: if you're gonna be double dating, if you're gonna be like if you're gonna be a player and you want to be with however many girls you can think of and they all don't know each other, but you are the only one who's the connection to them. Just be careful what you're going to do because sooner or later, it's going to be bad. It's all going to end up in one big crash. Believe me, it's not worth it. Just stick with one girl, okay? And girls, I don't get on you about this. I really don't like you girls being flirty when you know you have a guy. Okay? I mean, I'm sorry to say this, and I know you probably can't control yourselves when you do this, but when you girls do this, it kind of gets a little bit annoying, Just be faithful to who you are with, okay? If you guys don't think it's going to work out, then, just let it go and try something new with someone else. Don't go back to each other. If you know it didn't work out the first time, I understand that some people go back together the second time and it works out for a while, I'm just saying, okay? If a relationship is more than, say, it's just, if it's less than a month or so, it's not really that much to cry about or get over, like get all worked up about, okay? If it's more than, maybe more than 6 months. I'm just gonna go out on a limb here. More than 6 months or so, or even just not even more than 6 months. If it's more than like a month. If it's more than a month and you guys are doing great, and then something happens down the line, like say after. If it's been like 5 months with each other, I can understand it's gonna be a little hard because you guys have a little connection with each other. You guys know each other a little well and everything like that. It's going to take time to get over it, but then you guys just have to realize and come together, know that it's not going to work out. You guys could probably be friends. I know I've been friends with my exes plenty of times, and sometimes they go and sometimes they stay. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm happy with who I've made friends with. That's all I can say, And so, I mean, if it's more than a year of a relationship, though, that is going to be a problem. And I understand it's going to be really hard for you guys to try and forget one another because he said this or she did that and blah, blah, blah. I understand it's going to be really hard for both of you to try and overcome this. But, I'm sorry to say this, but I understand it's going to take plenty of time. I mean, plenty of time for you guys to really try and get yourselves together and come to realize that yes, it's not going to work and blah blah blah, and it's just time for you to find someone new. Okay, that's all I can say. Because I mean, really, if you're going to put yourself out there again with that same person, you're just going to hurt yourself And that person, whoever you're with, is just gonna probably do the same stuff again. It's not worth doing. It's not worth you putting pain again from what you just got through. Understand this. I only say this to you people because I really want to try and put my advice out there for you, and hopefully you guys will take this advice into consideration. Believe me, I've been in relationships that haven't really lasted that long, and I'm not gonna lie, I get a little worked up, but then I realize, still be friends, just gonna move on. That's all I can say. And it's them that have broken up with me. That's all I can say. It's mostly them that broke up with me. I rarely broke up with them. I'm rarely the heartbreaker. They're mostly the heartbreakers. But I get past that. I move on, think of something else, and just move on. That's all I can do. I'm not gonna get myself worked up over someone that we've barely been together for, I don't know, 2 weeks or so. I'm just gonna say that. That's because, like, the longest relationship I've had was maybe almost 4 or 5 weeks. That's all I can say. That's not good, I know. But, I moved on. She moved on. We're friends. That's all I can say. Other than that, I really don't think it's worth it. Just be true to yourself and find out who you really want to be with. If you be with your ex, then, all I can say is good luck with you. Hope the two of you worked out whatever problems you have and never have them again, and be happy. That's all that really matters in a relationship, is if both people are happy, then that's all that cares. If you guys are willing to work together and solve out your problems, there you go. You guys know how to work and communicate with each other. Most of the relationships now these days are not really based on communications. Now these days, it's just about like showing off best looks and all that stuff. Guys with their swag and girls with their duck faces. I'm sorry, but that's not gonna cut it. If there's communication and trustworthiness in a relationship, then it's gonna really hold nice and tight together, and you guys should never have any problems if you guys trust one another and have plenty of communication between the two of you. That's all I can say. You know, Relationships now these days can last long for years to come, that will eventually lead to marriage. And sometimes they crash and burn within a few days because someone said this or they did that and blah blah blah. It just not worth it. Take it from me, okay? So all I can say is be happy and live long, okay? With whoever you're with, work out whatever problems you guys have with each other, alright? Till next time, this is Smokey signing out. Have a nice day.